All right, what's going on, everybody? It is Tuesday, May 11th. Another little down day in the market. Actually, there were some really good bargains to be had today. I did some buying myself. NASDAQ closed, almost unchanged. The Dow came down a little bit. S&P down a little bit. We're flushing out some of this bullish sentiment. Probably this pipeline shutdown situation has spooked the market a little bit. That'll be over. And, fiscal, which is the main underlying, it's still positive. Now, I want to address some comments that were left here having to do with a number of things. I'm going to start off first with Social Security. Somebody said, hey, the only thing that guarantees Social Security is the next generation, like each successive generation, and they're being forced to pay it. Now, the being forced to pay it, unfortunately, that's true because it comes out of payroll taxes, or if you're self-employed, I'm self-employed, you pay self-employment tax, you got to pay that. That goes for Social Security. But another comment was that, hey, I'm sick and tired of paying half of all the taxes. Obviously coming from a guy who, has high income, maybe gets high taxed, and he feels he's upset that he has to pay, and his attitude is like, I'm paying for half. First of all, you're not paying a half because over 3 trillion was collected in taxes last year. So if you paid 1.5 trillion, somebody's got to know your name. And I don't think anybody does. But his, the message he was trying to send is like, I'm tired of getting ripped off paying for all these deadbeats. And that's really kind of a sad understanding. It's a total lack of understanding. As I mentioned, last fiscal year, which ended September 30th, I think it was 3.06, we'll call it 3.1 trillion was collected in federal taxes. Out of that, 80% of the taxes collected were employment and withholding taxes. Those are taxes deducted from people's paychecks, regular working people's paychecks. All right, 80% of all the taxes the government collected came right out of working people's paychecks. And the other, about 11%, was corporation income taxes, and 9% was individual income taxes. Just so you know, I am self-employed. I also have a corporation. I pay individual income taxes, and that includes the self-employment tax. I pay corporation tax. I live in a high tax state, New York, and I pay New York State tax and New York City tax, okay? All of those things. I'm not complaining about paying those things. And if I end up leaving New York, it's not going to be because of the taxes. It'll be because maybe I want to go to a warmer climate or a different lifestyle. So I pay all those taxes. I'm not complaining about funding anybody's Social Security check. That's number one. But that's just a personal thing. I thought I'd mention that. So 80% of all the taxes the federal government collects comes from those payroll taxes. And that money goes into the Treasury General account. That is the account from which all government spending is conducted. All right? So, all those employment and payroll taxes, those are basically FICA, Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid. It's not like piled up in some warehouse somewhere or set aside or put, like what Al Gore once said, we're going to put it in a lockbox. No, it's just all that money goes into the general account and it is used for all spending. Social Security, military, Medicare, you name it, education, federal salaries, housing and urban development, all of that stuff. Department of Agriculture, military pay, everything. All right? Now, the only thing, so let me get back to that guy's statement that he made that, hey, it's just future generations that guarantee Social Security. No, it's not. The only thing that guarantees future payments of Social Security is the fact that the federal government can create as many dollars as it wants and pay it to whomever it wants. And if you don't believe me, you could listen to Alan Greenspan. I think it was back in 2006. He was talking to, at that time, Congressman Paul Ryan, who was questioning him on the sustainability of Social Security, whether, we should do private accounts or this and that. And Greenspan basically said, there's no issue of the security of those payments because the federal government can create as much money as it wants and pay it to whomever it wants. It's not about the next generation paying it or the next gen. No, it's not about that. And I'm leaving the link of that little exchange in the description box below. So if you want, it's like 1 minute long. If you want to check it out, you should check it out and educate yourself. I get these comments from people, and it's frustrating and it's maddening because they are very, very committed to their belief. And I'm trying to educate, I'm trying to inform. I don't know. I don't know why I even waste my time, but trying to help. What can I tell you? Trying to educate people and trying to inform. So you're not, the security of those payments, that's really just a political issue. It's not an issue of an ability to pay, nor is it an issue of a future generation picking up the bill. At some point, and this is probably going to happen, at some point, they're going to cut Social Security. That's a political decision. It's not a decision based on a wherewithal to pay or a lack of any ability to pay. It would be a political decision. Like, we don't want to do that. Just like the debt ceiling. That's a political decision. Then it gets raised, then boom, we have, X trillion more that the government is allowed to spend because of that artificial constraint that's there. It gets lifted, it gets suspended, whatever. Hey, we're coming up to that anyway, July 31st. So that's the thing. Now, another comment was, yeah, but Mike, do you think these programs were a success? That is, I just like responding to that because Social Security alone has been the most important program to keep people out of poverty. Without Social Security, an additional 30 million Americans would be in poverty. All right? It is an extremely successful program. Number two, something like Medicare. Medicare is the best healthcare coverage in the world, bar none. Every top doctor, top specialist, top hospital, you could go to the Mayo Clinic, you could go to the Cleveland Clinic, accepts Medicare. Bar none, it is the top healthcare program in the world. Look, next year I'm going to be 65, and right now I have this super high premium health insurance that I pay a lot of money for. I will gladly go on Medicare next year. Gladly. All my doctors are on it. All the top hospitals are on it. And Medicaid is just one step below that. It's for low-income people. But again, it provides access to excellent health care. There is no question in the world that these programs are successful. Unfortunately, they should actually be bigger than what they are right now. Like, people should get paid more on Social Security, I feel. Again, it's all about maintaining that purchasing power, maintaining incomes. It all gets recycled back into the economy. It helps everybody. So that's it. I mean, I had to address that. Now, one more thing, and I was actually going to leave, maybe I'll leave this for a video tomorrow, or you can hear about it tomorrow as well when I post my podcast. But I'll save it for tomorrow. All right, that's it for today. No big deal on the stock market pullback. Some excellent bargains there. Got Tesla down to 580. I tried to get it down there. I wasn't able to. But really some great stocks on sale. All right, everyone. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.